What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. We are on 11.3.4, the latest version of full self-driving beta, and Tesla has really been rolling out these updates frequently. It seems a lot of people are getting version 11 now on this latest version. Some, I think, are still on 10.69 for some reason, but hopefully that's coming to everybody soon. There are two versions. There's 11.3.4 for cars that still have ultrasonic sensors, and it seems 11.3.5 is for cars that don't have ultrasonic sensors, although there's some mixed reports of all that. Nice job exiting the parking lot here. And today, we are going to get wobbly. We're going to get assertive with full self-driving beta. And what do I mean by that? Well, beta has, full self-driving has different settings you can use, and you can use the right scroll wheel here to move through those. Chill, average, and assertive. And pretty much all of my videos, unless I make a mistake, are on average. Well, today we're going to try out assertive. And if you go into the autopilot settings here, let me open that really quick. You can see the description of that. It basically has to do with lane changes and following distance. Now, does it do more than that? Is it faster at taking off? Is it going to get in front of people with less room? It's hard to say for sure, although it seems like maybe some of those things are true. But I notice even in my normal average testing, full self-driving beta will have different behavior at different takeoffs and things, even in the same setting. So it's kind of hard to quantify all that, but I'll do a video soon where I do the same route with all the different settings and try those out. So we are right in the middle of downtown here, and we're going to start off right away with seeing how the car does with traffic and pedestrians and everything. I made a decently complicated route going around and around and around. I tried to have a lot of left turns in here, so we'll see if I was successful at that, and then we'll see how the car does. So let's get going. All right, so our first left turn at a four-way stop. This road to the left used to actually be closed a while ago during my testing, and now we're looking good. And I don't know if it's going to let me scroll through here. I notice if I try to scroll when I have all these, it just moves them around. There we go. So I'll get rid of that one and hit done. So the car will stop here, and then our destination's right past here. So we got blinking red at a four-way stop. Nobody's around, and the car, again, does a great job of complete stop and then moving through. So we're seeing a lot less of that hesitation we've seen with beta in the past, and it's just going to continue through here. There we go. We got the new route and a nice stop for that yellow. Definitely the right move there. Plenty of time, not a hard stop at all. So nice to see that part of the recall is implemented correctly, at least in that scenario. So approaching this right turn does feel pretty quick to me. Again, I can't promise that that's... Oh, wow. Jogger to the right. I did see her. I was looking over there, and Beta did a really good job with that, too. Wow. I can't promise the quicker acceleration towards the turn is due to that assertive setting, but it is something I'm already noticing being in this setting is approaching those maneuvers seems to be a little quicker. We're not slowing down as much and kind of creeping towards the move. All right, so this left turn has been a big problem for beta in the past. Yeah, like that's a little too assertive there, buddy. And let's not move to the right. So you can see it's really struggling with this, and this is why I put it in here. So it's obviously waiting for the, oh, and then you don't go, okay, well, there's a pedestrian there, so that's why you're not going. Now you gotta move out of the way, finish it up, there you go. Yeah, so you can see that was really awkward, although I will say the car did handle it. I'm going to report it because not very gracefully. But in the past, I've taken over at that left turn many times because it seems to just not be able to handle it. I don't know if it's the angle of the road or really what's going on with that. Waiting for this pedestrian. It is our turn, but we have to wait for them. And yeah, move it. Come on, let's be assertive. That's what we want here. I don't know if it's the angle of the road, but that left turn has always been a problem for beta, so I always like to check that one out. And I'm happy that it was able to complete it, but first of all, don't move to the right when you have a left turn coming up. That's no good. And then second of all, when there's cars approaching and you can't make the turn anyway, stop like wiggling around. It's not really a good feeling for anybody around, including me sitting here. You know, for me, I know my foot's on the brake, so it's not a big deal, but the people around the car, they don't know it's a self-driving car and blah, blah, blah. So you just want to keep everybody as comfortable as possible. Really nice job stopping back here. This is why you have stop lines. You have big trucks like that, and if I was past the stop line, I would have been in his way. So it was really nice. You cannot go yet, but you do need to be assertive here to get through. It was nice to see the car stop that far back where it legally was supposed to, so the truck could do that. You know what? I'm really happy with that stop sign. Cross traffic did not stop, and we needed to be that assertive to get through. And that's something, again, I'm not convinced the assertive setting really helped with the way that was performed. Maybe it does, but exactly what happened there with the car, that was the exact way you need to get through a turn like that. We've been stuck at that turn in the past for a long time because of cross traffic not stopping. There's just too much, and you just got to get out there and do it as soon as you can. So we are changing our minds here. We're coming out of the straight lane, but you know what? I think I would do the exact same thing to get, if basically my nav updated and I was like, oh, I got to turn right here, you know, take a peek at my blind spot. Of course, the car's always looking there. I'm like, all right, nobody's there. I'm just going to switch over and make that turn. So I'm happy with that one. I think that was an appropriate decision. And again, with a reroute, I just kind of changed the whole plan on the car there. It did handle that pretty gracefully. So far, I'm actually really happy with the performance we're having. Okay, look at the occupancy network right now. Let me expand this for you. It's seeing all of that stuff in the road there as obstacles, which is good. It better see that. And look at that crane ahead. Like, is it showing anything with that dangling in the air? So no, it's not seeing, I mean, not that that's something we need to worry about, especially that high up, but it'd be interesting to see. So we're waiting for lots of pedestrians. We can go now, but again, you need to be assertive and move through here. And it's just too scared of all the people. So it's gonna wait. Ugh, and we're so close to that bus. They did make it through there. And these pedestrians are crossing as they should be and staring at us, which is typical for the camera. And again, like in these situations, my foot's just like sitting on the brake. As soon as they clear, there we go. Thank you so much. And are you going to freak out for that guy? No, very appropriately handled him. It just showed him as a pedestrian. So he's given us the nod, and people are mad behind me. But you know, it's a busy city and there's people walking everywhere. I'm okay with the caution. I get that guys like, come on, let's get out of here. You've been waiting forever for all these pedestrians. But I'm conflicted about it because I want to be careful around pedestrians. Even if I'm driving myself, I'm not going to be flying around here even if people want to do that. So I don't know. It's tough. I don't think anyone will ever fully agree on those exact situations, but I think the car did handle it really nicely. Especially if your number one priority is safety, I think it was perfect. If your number one priority is moving around quickly, then of course not, but you're never going to be happy with a safe system like this. So we'll move up to, okay, get up there at least, to the stop, and then it's our turn after the guy to the left. Hopefully you go quickly. It's already rolling. That's good. Okay, that guy definitely ran his stop sign big time, and we're really cautious. Maybe because that guy ran his stop sign, like, that was terrible of the human and beautiful of Beta. Wow. Yep, I'm liking it. I'm happy with this. I think it's, you know, tiny bit controversial when it's that careful, but that's how it's going to do. All right, now you need to move around this person. All right, I'm taking over. I'm sorry. It's the same person behind me that honked, and I just don't want to make them that mad. So we'll count that as a disengagement. We did do that. We'll make our complete stop and then continue. Oh boy. See, if this person, that's another aspect. Like, the car took too long there. It definitely took too long. So I'm glad I took over and disengaged. But at the same time, if that same person wasn't behind me, I would be more comfortable in allowing the car to kind of be slow and careful and methodical. So, all right, what are you doing here, buddy? All right, okay, terrible. There we go. So now we're getting away from that person so I can kind of allow the car to do its thing a little bit more. So stopping here for no reason. And again, since no one's behind me, like, who cares? But I'll report it. And then we'll be really cautious here with the pedestrian and the cones. So yeah, you're just stopping. You're just not comfortable with the space here, with the way that person's moving. So we're all good, nice and slow. I like that. Nice and slow. All right, so we have an all-way stop. I don't know where we're going because I changed the route, with a speed bump that we're under, basically. So yeah, you have your right turn signal on, but you need to turn left. Nice correction. Again, that's due to me changing the route. Don't stop in the middle of the road, please. Little uncertainty, another report for you. Didn't get in anyone's way or anything, but again, I don't know if it's because the pedestrians that were around. That was a pretty tight turn and actually felt perfect. It felt very comfortable, of course, besides the stopping in the middle of it, but the turn radius and everything was very nice. So we'll make our complete stop, and pedestrians coming, so I know we're not going to go. That person can go, of course, to the left. There's another pedestrian to the right. I assume we'll wait for them. No, maybe. Okay, yeah. No, maybe not. You're not sure what to do. Okay, definitely wait for them at that point. And there's cars in our way and everything. So now you can definitely move out. And this, see again, the person to the left they didn't even stop. If they would have actually made their stop at the stop sign, Beta was moving in the perfect amount of time. It was a nice move out, but that person just, basically rolled through the stop sign because they saw we were partially stuck there by a pedestrian. So again, with FSD being more submissive to the other cars, it works out, but it also makes it seem that the Tesla is making a mistake when really it's not. All right, so green, and we're good to go. And wow, handling that turn nicely. Oh boy, here we go. So another one of Beta's big weaknesses here. Yeah, it's just wanting to stop. And there you go, continuing, open trench. So, okay, I like how slow we're going. I like the speed. That is terrifying. Okay, don't turn towards the big hole. Keep going. All right, I'm gonna push it through. It just does not want to go. I'm gonna let off. Yeah, it just wants to stop in here. No, you can't do that either. So I'm still pushing it through. Okay, I'm holding the wheel. We're good. Yeah, I basically no. There's another disengagement for you. Trying to go into closed lane. And we'll turn it back on. So still another weakness, and it's kind of annoying because I've seen it navigate those type of coned off, temporary lanes in the past pretty well. Still slow. It's always been slow and super cautious, which, that's just what you're getting for now. But it's done it successfully without me having to, take over steering at the most part. But even not having to really accelerate through it, it's kind of pushed itself through there just slowly. And then now with version 11, it's almost like a regression in that regard because I haven't had that scenario yet where it's done it correctly, whereas in the past it has. All right, so unprotected, we can move through here. Wow, this is actually, the road is destroyed, but that felt really good, especially considering there were pedestrians ahead of us in the road. But the car's been really good. That is one thing I'll say with version 11. Its pedestrian awareness seems way better in terms of not accidentally stopping for people it doesn't need to, while also, as we saw with the jogger near the beginning, always being very acutely aware of people that could be in our path. Wow, that whole sequence, both of those left turns felt so smooth. That was actually pretty ridiculous how good that felt, especially when I'm thinking about the cones and stuff. But, construction is just still one of those big weaknesses that I feel like a ton of resources have not been poured into that, but maybe that's just me making stuff up. So I messed up our route here again. I changed it, so now we're rerouting. It waits for that car coming up. It is clear to change lanes here. And again, I think this is a pretty appropriate maneuver. That's actually beautiful. That is great. We have the green, and we slide right through there. So that was awesome, again, especially because I'm kind of messing with the car, changing things all over the place. It's handling that really well. And just, again, sliding right into our left turn here. Very nice. So we have the unprotected moving into the intersection as we should, and right away we should move through here. I won't say anything till the maneuver is completed, but there you go. Pretty much perfect. Unprotected lefts have gotten so good that, I don't know, it's just astounding because they used to be so bad. And oh yeah, closed road. You're gonna screw this up, aren't you? So we're gonna wait for this guy, and you're just gonna wanna go, but you cannot. So I'm going to disengage again, because what it does, see, it just goes around the closed road signs. It's not going to run into it. It sees there's an object there, but it doesn't know how to respond to it. Closed road. Please add closed road sign recognition. And I have to manually reroute it there. So another disengagement for us. Again, just due to something the car's not really ready to handle right now. So see how this truck is, he's like moving through the intersection. He obviously can't go because there's so many pedestrians. But if he doesn't do that, he's never going to get to go. So that's something, we saw Beta do that earlier in the video with one of those first left turns there, and it felt really good. But it doesn't do it quite enough, in my opinion. So stopping for this person, and oh yeah, let's see these people. Oh, this is a crosswalk, my bad. It's just not painted, so I got a little confused. No, don't be moving your steering wheel around. I don't like that. There we go, we'll report that. But obviously it waits for them. Very polite, good distance, good stopping, and I don't think it was going to scare anybody doing that stuff. So really nice to see that. Again, this intersection has always been trouble because of the same thing. There you go. So move through towards the, there you go. But you're going to wait for this person, which, you know what, I get it, but it's fine, whatever. It's just personal opinion on, okay, don't sit in the intersection. Now finish the move. Finish the move. Don't make me, okay, I have to hit the accelerator. It's just taking too long. Like, what are you waiting for? Oh. All those cars are parked there? Turn left only. Well, we're doing that anyway. And no turn on red. Okay, so that's all closed. Again, if the car was going to go that direction, it just would try to do it. It's not going to listen to any of those signs. But just because of the nav, we're good there. So, wow, yeah, she scared me. I almost actually hit the brake because she was walking straight towards the street, not looking. So I was just about to slam the brake there right before Beta did. Now, we'll wait here. This crosswalk is kind of notorious for taking forever. You'll get huge backups here because you can see all the people and they just continue to walk. And you basically got to do what he just did. You just, as soon as there's a gap, just kind of stick your nose in there so you can make it through. So we'll see how polite Beta is and how long it's going to wait here. So now's the time to go, and boom, right away. So that was perfect. I mean, it waited as long as it needed to, and then it's going to screw this up. It does every time. It's kind of in the middle this time, not all the way to the left, but that is a straight lane and a left turn lane. And we stopped in the left turn lane, and you need to just go. It is time. Oh boy, please go. Oh boy, please go. Please go. Please go. Oh, what are you doing? Now you want to turn left? Now you want to go? Wow. So this is what it needs to do. It's got to scooch up. I'm not mad about this right now. That is a lot of people. Let me open that up for you again. Yep, it's scooching up. I'm liking it. And no, don't stop now. It's a big gap. Go, come on. It scooches that whole time, and then as soon as, come on, please. My gosh. That scooching was amazing. All right, I'm pushing it. Well, I don't know why it keeps stopping. I mean, I guess there was a person there, so I didn't actually do it. I was so ready. But you got lucky that person walked in front of you because I was definitely going to push you through. There, take off. Get out of here. So the scooching up to those pedestrians was quite amazing. It felt so natural, so safe. It wasn't fast or anything. It didn't get too close to them. But then as soon as the gap opened up, the car was like, all right, I'm stopping. Like, what? That's the time to go. So that was kind of annoying. So we got our right turn here. It's scared of these people, which is fine. You never know if they're going to jump in front of you. Too slow, come on. So yeah, Assertive is not giving me many different feelings compared to average because you get the same kind of hesitations. They're a lot better, and I'm not like saying any of these things are good or bad. I'm just commenting and comparing them to how I or another human might drive. But the hesitations are still there. They feel better than they used to, like not as bad, but they're still there. So pedestrian in the crosswalk, very nice slowing and stopping for him. That was handled pretty much perfectly. All right, so this is no good. We're stopping at a blinking yellow. Oh, those little signs. I'm not sure. Go, go, go. All right, I got to push it because we don't have a stop sign there. So those little plastic things, if you saw next to the car that have a little mini stop sign on them, it seems that the car likes to stop for those. It doesn't display a stop sign, so I don't think it thinks it's a stop sign. I don't know what's going on, but those little plastic things have been confusing it for a while, so it seems that may still be there. It also could have been the blinking yellow, although on the whole for version 11, for me, the blinking yellows I've interacted with have been very good. It just goes right through them. I had that in my last video. So kind of hard to say. There was also a crosswalk there. So maybe it's just being cautious. It thinks there might be pedestrians nearby. So when you have that many things all in one little spot, it's hard to say for sure. But either way, it was the wrong move and I intervened. So unprotected left here. We did this last time I was down here, I think. And same thing, it turned yellow and the car moved through. So are you going to do it? No, I'm going to push you through. Because you're in the road and you're going to be in everyone's way. So I had to have the accelerator there. I was waiting for the car across from us, which if it was green is the right thing to do. But then they stopped. And so I didn't want to stay sitting in the intersection. There's another intervention for you. What is this? This is quite unexpected. So we're supposed to be going straight, but the car decided to go into this left turn lane, and it's going to turn left. Is it like protecting me from danger? It knows there's like a meteor's going to hit up there or something. Like, what is happening? And it's just like waiting. All right. I'm quite confused. I was going to do the next destination anyway. Okay. So this is kind of related to one of the NHTSA recalls where the car has to finish the maneuver for the lane it's in. So it has to make a left there because it's in the left lane, or the left turn lane. But why did it get into that left turn lane? That was so weird. That was so weird. All right, well, let's get our final destination in there and wrap this up. All right, no turn on red. Again, correctly doing it. Tesla, did you map all the no turn on reds in Ann Arbor? What's happening here? It also isn't sure if it wants to go right or straight. So here's 2 in version 11 correctly used no turn on red signs. So I'm getting the feeling that they've done something with that, because the 2 I've encountered so far in version 11 have been done correctly. What are you doing? Just go. It's scared of this cone pylon thing, but there's nothing to be scared of. I'll report it. I like the occupancy network for this little, indent here. That's for the cyclists. Well, we have another no turn on red here. The car correctly interacted with that. I think we're going to wait for this pedestrian, which is the right thing to do. Now finish up. Okay, it's fine. You're being cautious around the guy. He's still on the road. I get it. So yeah, no turn on reds. I mean, for my use case, they seem to be fixed. I'm still so hesitant. So that's 3 in a row for me, in version 11, I mean, not this video, that it's done correctly. I don't know. I'm just not sure what to really think about that. So moving up slightly, waiting for pedestrians. I would move up a bit more just to kind of show my intention of the people behind me. As soon as they're out of the road, though, yeah, that's good. I can't complain. I'm just, again, I compare what I think and do. It doesn't mean I'm complaining about what the car's doing. I don't think it's wrong. It's just to kind of give you a feel of how I think about what the car's doing. This left is a little difficult to see. We really got to creep out here because to the right, it's hard to see. The car's doing a really good job positioning itself, though. And after this guy, we're good. And go. And go. And go. Okay, not assertive at all. Not quite what I would call assertive. All right, so here's the stats, here's the scores. I hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me and Full Self Driving Beta in the next video.